Look at second division, Crib Point hosting Pearsdale, two teams really struggling. Toss of the coin here, boys.
Well, it is. I think Crib Point 2 weeks ago won a really close game at home. They beat Devon Meadows. Yeah, which was really good. And all they wanted to do last week was be a little bit more competitive. I think Chelsea won quite easily there. Pearsdale, they didn't do very well against Red Hill last week at home.
No, I think they've really struggled against the better teams, Pearsdale, but I think certainly both teams are going to the match thinking that they can win, and I think just being at home, I think Crib Point purely for that reason.
Hastings hosting Langwarrin, probably Langwarrin's last chance to be in final contention. Jesse obviously going well, but Hastings going pretty well.
Yeah, they certainly need to. And, you know, we talked earlier that Sean Foster, a couple of broken ribs and maybe a punctured lung, he definitely won't play unless he wears that inflated vest that Dermot wore when he kicked 9 that day, or 10 or 11.
And I don't think Fozzie will be doing that, Blackers. I think Fozzie will be coached up in his
bed. I do. Look, I don't think that you should play. I mean, it's up to the doctors to say absolutely not.
Yeah.
For the safety of the player. I mean, the game's changed at all levels, I think.
I think it's a really important game for Langy. At home, Hastings are always good, but the big open space is going to suit Langy.
Your team at home, 2 home games in a row, as you say. We do not lose at home. You lost narrowly last week. I won't remind you too much of that, but you take on Chelsea, who are a pretty good side, aren't they, Josh? How do you beat them?
Well, I've done a lot of vision on the tape because we haven't played Chelsea before. Haven't played them this year, and
they're not familiar faces, are they, Josh?
No, not at all. So we really had to do our homework during the week, but I really do think it's a chance for us to respond after last week. We were pretty devastated after that loss to Summy last week, so I know the boys are really keen to respond, and I'll tip Rye to get the points this week.
How many of those you had no interchange on in the last quarter, Josh, or from half time? How many of those blokes got up?
3 out of the 4 won't be playing this week, so yeah, we've had to change the team up quite a bit. But we do get Harry Whitty back, who was out suspended last week, so that's a massive in for us. But yeah, we certainly have had to change up the side a little bit, but yeah, I'm really confident we can get the job done.
So it should be a really interesting match to see if Rye can beat Chelsea. Tyab and Devon Meadows, the Yabbies are battling. Devon Meadows not going all that well either, so do you give Tyab a chance at home?
Wonderful effort by Dimkos last week. He kicked 5 out of 7, Dan. Theodorus kicked quite a few last week for Devon, who's a big, powerful forward. So whether Tyab have got somebody who can stop Theodorus, Fletcher, you know, they've still got some good players. I think Murray, he mightn't have been playing the last couple of weeks either. So it's a massive game for Devon because their form has really dropped away. Tyab would see this as an opportunity for a big win.
And the thing is, Tyab only won 1 game last year, and it was against Devon Meadows. So they will certainly think with the pre-season that they've had and a couple of wins under their belt, they'll think they're a good chance. Similar to Crib Point versus Pearsdale, Tyab and Devon will both go in thinking that they're going to win. But I think Devon will get this one.
I think they will too. Sunday, it's good there's some Sunday football. Should there be more Sunday football?
Yes and no. I think it's because it's a long weekend.
Yeah.
Queen's birthday weekend. You have the Monday off. You know, usually you've got to get up and go to work. So, but Red Hill and Dramana, they play for the Bluey Home Shield. It's a wonderful opportunity for Red Hill up on their home deck. Last week, Chris Irving came back into the side. Hasn't played since early in the season. They had multiple goal kickers. Shawnee Marchetti, he kicked 4. John O'Ross kicked 4, and I think there's a lot of goal kicking power there. But you know, Dramana have been really solid all year.
Dramana's been red hot, and I think the ground up at Red Hill will suit Dramana. They're a really quick, free-flowing, running sort of a team. So are Red Hill, so it's going to be a great matchup.
Red Hill need to have a big scalp, and I think this could be one of them.
Coringal and Somerville to complete the round. Now, Coringal are going well. They've only lost 1 game. Somerville have won their last 2. Obviously, Josh, as coach of Rye, you want Somerville to lose that, and you guys have a win to give you some breathing space. But Somerville would take confidence into this game.
Yeah, they
Good
will, but I
selection.
think they'll be out.
Everett won't play.
Andreas Everett will be out this week, which is a massive blow for them. But he can just coach from the sidelines and get that job done properly. But I think Kooringal, once again, home ground advantage. I really do think Kooringal played the home ground really well, and I'll back them in to win.
Kooringal for me.
Yeah.
Good on you, boys. Thanks very much. It's been great to have you part of the show. Make sure you download the show as part of the Game Face app. Our second show as we get ready for another big round of footy after what was an outstanding round last weekend. Make sure you enjoy your footy and may the best team win. Get you
Game
next
Face
week.
on.
Get your Game Face on too.